Your own teammates don't think you should be leading this mission, and they're saying it to your face, right before lives depend on you getting it right. The doubt in that room is louder than the fire you're about to walk into. And the worst part is, some of it is yours too. One person in that room decides to shut everyone up and back you, and it's the last person you'd expect to say it out loud. But what happens when you're inside the building and the clock is running and you start wondering if maybe they were all right about you? The briefing room smells like stale coffee and tension when you walk in. You feel it immediately, the way the other heroes shift in their seats, the way eyes drag over you and then look away. You've been assigned lead on today's rescue operation. A collapsed building, 17 civilians trapped, fire spreading through the lower floors. You know the layout. You've trained for this exact scenario. But the room doesn't care about that. With all due respect, Kamui Wood says, voice carefully neutral. Shouldn't we have someone more experienced in the lead position? There it is. You keep your expression steady. I've handled structural collapses before. My quirk is suited for. It's not about your quirk. Mount Lady interrupts, leaning back in her chair. It's about your track record. Last month's mission, you froze. 2 people almost didn't make it out. 1 person almost didn't make it out. You say quietly, and they did. Barely. The world lands heavy. You feel your jaw tighten. She's right. Another voice chimes in. Shendo, arms crossed, looking anywhere but at you. I think we should reassign. Nothing against you, though. Nothing against you. You've heard that before. You look down at the mission file in your hands and breathe. And then, from across the room, she is leading the mission. Everyone turns. Bakugou is leaning against the far wall, arms folded over his chest, red eyes cutting through the room like a blade. He hasn't even looked up from the floor plan spread on the table in front of him. Katsuki. Kamui starts. Did I stutter? He lifts his gaze, slow and deliberate, letting it sweep the room. She is leading. You got a problem with that. You can sit outside in the van and watch. Kirishima steps up beside him, and beside you, with the easy grounded calm that always makes you feel like the earth under your feet is solid again. He puts a hand briefly on your shoulder, a quiet anchor. She knows this building's layout better than anyone here, Kiri says, and there's no anger in his voice, just a certainty that somehow lands harder than shouting. She's been running scenarios on it for 3 days. If you've got doubts, I get it. But doubts don't save anyone. He looks at you, and the corner of his mouth curves. She does. Shendo opens his mouth. We're done talking about this. Bakugou says flatly. You feel something in your chest loosen, not vanish, but loosen. The doubt is still there. It always is, sitting somewhere behind your ribs, but it doesn't have to run the room. All right, you say, voice steadier than you feel. Here's how we're doing this. The building is worse than the briefing made it sound. The east stairwell has already been carved. Smoke is thick on the 3rd and 4th floors, and you can hear groaning somewhere above you. The kind of sound that means you have maybe 20 minutes before things get significantly worse. Katsuki, Northwest corner. There's a pocket of 4 people behind the maintenance door. You say into the comms, Kiri, take the second floor east. Children. Copy. Kirishima says immediately. A beat, and then Bakugou. On it. No argument, no challenge, just trust. The kind you've spent months earning. The kind that doesn't waver because someone in a briefing room got nervous. He moved toward a south side of the building, where a woman named Natsuki has been sending distress signals from her phone. 6 people with her. A support beam has pinned the door shut. You get to work. Your quirk pushes through the debris with focus. You're not the flashiest hero in that building. You know that. You don't make explosions or have a body built like armor, but you are precise, and precision is exactly what this situation needs. When the door finally gives, and Natsuki stumbles out with 2 toddlers clinging to her, she grabs your arm. I thought no one was coming, she says, voice breaking. We were always coming. You tell her. You get them to the stairwell, hand them off to the evacuation team waiting at the base, and then you're moving again. 47 minutes later, you're standing outside in the cold air. All 17 civilians are out. No fatalities. 2 heroes treated for smoke inhalation. Both stable. The building still groans behind its safety barriers, but it's empty now. Every room checked, every corner cleared. You sit on the back bumper of one of the trucks, and the exhaustion hits you all at once. Kirishima drops down beside you. He doesn't say anything at first, just hands you a water bottle and sits close enough that his shoulder presses warm against yours. You lean into it. You did good, he says softly. Don't. You start. Hey. He turns to look at you, and his voice is gentle but firm. You did, though. That's not comfort. That's just a fact. Bakugou appears around from the truck, dropping down on your other side. He's got soot on his forearm, and he looks tired in the way he only does when he's been pushing hard. He doesn't offer words the way Kirishima does. Instead, he reaches over and takes your hand where it rests on your knee. It's the most Bakugou thing he could possibly do. Those people in the briefing room, you say quietly. Forget about them. Bakugou says. Katsuki. I mean it. You don't need them to believe in you. You just need to do the job, and you did. We always believe in you, even when you don't, Kirishima adds. You look between them, your 2 boys, and you exhale softly. Next briefing, I'm not letting them talk over me. There she is. Bakugou almost smiles. Kirishima grins bright enough to cut through the smoke, still lingering in the air. You hold Katsuki's hand and lean your head on your shoulder, and for a moment, just a moment, you let yourself feel it, what it means to be believed in. And then you stand up, because there's paperwork to file, and heroes don't get to rest for long, but for now, this is enough. Thank you guys for listening. I hope you liked this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and goodbye.